Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a huge question. How do you actually build a financial future that goes way beyond your day job? We're going to break down a really clear 5-skill framework that's all about moving you from just earning a paycheck to building real independent wealth.
Okay, let's just jump right into this quote because it really gets to the heart of the matter. The whole idea we're exploring today is built on this. If you're only relying on that 9-to-5 paycheck, you're basically putting a cap on how wealthy you can ever be. This whole explainer is about how to smash right through that ceiling. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to talk about what the real goal is. It might not be what you think. Then we'll get into 3 foundational skills you absolutely have to master. After that, we'll look at how your money starts to work for you, how to build a real strategy, and definitely stick around, because at the end, we're going to reveal the one skill the source says can change absolutely everything.
So what are we all working towards, really? I mean, yeah, wealth is great, but according to our source, that's not the ultimate prize. The real goal is freedom. It's about having choices. It's the ability to wake up and decide how you want to spend your time, without being chained to a desk just to cover your bills.
Now to get to that freedom, you can't just wish for it. You have to build a rock-solid foundation. And that's what this next part is all about. The first 3 skills that are the absolute bedrock of any real financial plan. You've got to nail these first.
And here they are, the big 3. Learn to save, learn to invest, and learn to compound. Now the source is super clear on this. These aren't just polite suggestions. They are non-negotiable essentials. Think of them as 3 separate habits that lock together to create some serious financial momentum. All right, let's get specific on that first skill. How much do you save? The advice here is direct. You save at least 15% of your monthly income. Period. This isn't some vague idea. It's a concrete number, an actionable starting line you can use right now.
So how do you make sure you actually save and invest consistently? Simple. You take yourself out of the equation. The advice is to make it totally automatic. Set up those transfers so that 15% moves from your paycheck to your investment accounts before you even see it, before you can touch it. The point is to build a system that runs without you, so you're not fighting a battle with your willpower every month. You just do it.
Okay, so you're saving, you're investing automatically. Now we get to the third foundational skill. This is the magic ingredient, the force multiplier that takes all your effort and just makes it explode over time. We are talking about the power of compounding. So what exactly is compounding? It's pretty simple, really. It's your money making you more money. And then that new money starts making its own money. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. The source says that if people really truly got this, they would stop wasting money on useless stuff immediately, because you'd realize every dollar you spend isn't just a dollar, it's all the future dollars that dollar could have earned for you.
And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? This is 20 years of the SPY, which just tracks the S&P 500. Just look at that curve. It's not a straight line up, is it? See how it gets steeper and steeper toward the end? That acceleration? That is the magic of compounding kicking into high gear.
But look closer. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? You see those huge, scary drops? Those are recessions, market crashes, moments when everyone is panicking and selling. The most important lesson here is that the incredible growth you see over the long term, it belongs to the people who made their investing automatic and just stayed in the game, especially when it felt like the hardest thing to do. Okay, so building those habits of saving and investing is incredible. You've built the engine, but an engine without a steering wheel, well, you're not really going anywhere specific, are you? This next part is all about giving that engine a direction. It's about turning those habits into a real, focused strategy.
And that is where skill number 4 comes in. You have to learn how to set long-term financial targets. This becomes your why. Why are you saving? Why are you investing? Are you shooting for a specific net worth? Are you trying to retire by 45? Having that clear finish line is what keeps you going when things get tough. And this right here just nails the mental shift. Without a target, the source says your job can feel exactly like that. Dark, routine, and kind of purposeless. But the second you have a clear financial goal, that same 9-to-5 job is transformed. It's no longer just a grind, it's a strategic tool. It's the vehicle you are actively using to build the exact life you want.
All right, we have our foundation, we have our destination. Now it's time for the final piece of the puzzle. The source introduces one last skill, and it's a big one. This is the skill that it claims can be a total game changer for your financial life.
So what could it be? After mastering saving, investing, compounding, and setting goals, what else is there? What is the one skill that can take all of that and put it into hyperdrive?
Here it is. The fifth and final skill is to learn how to sell options. Now, I know that can sound really complicated, but the core idea is pretty straightforward. Think of it like this. Instead of just buying a stock and hoping it goes up, when you sell an option, you're kind of like the insurance company for the stock market. You collect regular payments, called premiums, in exchange for that service. The source presents this as the ultimate accelerator because you're not just waiting for your investments to grow anymore, you're actively generating cash flow from them. You go from being a passive investor to an active player in building your own wealth.
And what's the real payoff here? It's actually not just about the money. The promise is a fundamental shift in your entire outlook. It's about feeling this deep, unshakable confidence, this sense of control over your own financial destiny.
So there you have it. Let's put it all together. This is your complete 5-skill blueprint. You start with saving that 15%, you make your investing automatic, you let the power of compounding do the heavy lifting, you give it all a purpose with long-term targets, and then you learn to sell options to accelerate the whole process.
We've laid out the entire framework, straight from the source. The path from being stuck in a 9-to-5 to achieving real financial freedom is right here. So the only question left to ask is the one on the screen. Now that you have the blueprint, what are you going to build?